Eh? Some nice few things from Elizabeth
Yes.
about you.
Professional words.
Thank you. Bueno, pues arratsaldeon guztioi, buenas tardes a todos. Vamos a hacerlo así como bastante rápido porque, como veis, estáis un montón y supongo que luego todos querréis tener al menos el cómic firmado. Así que vamos a ir un poquito rápido con la presentación. Y nada, bueno, pues Simon Hanselmann está presentando El Mal Camino, es el quinto cómic de Mekmokambu. Bueno.
El Mal Camino.
Y nada, pues empezamos así un poquito rápido. Si tenéis alguna pregunta, sí que ya sabéis que normalmente os soléis animar al final. En esta ocasión os diría que os animaseis al principio, por esto de que vamos a ir un poco rápido.
Luego él da mucho palique, ¿eh?
Así que por eso.
En las firmas.
So, let's go to start.
Yes, a few questions over there. See the lady over there? You have a question for Simon?
Oh, well.
¿Una pregunta? ¿No? Seguro, sí, sí la tienes, ¿no? He wants to know about your color techniques.
I pencil everything with a pencil, then I ink it with a pen, rub out the pencils, and I use a combination of watercolor, gouache, and food coloring, like you would use on a cake to color the icing. Yeah, food color. It's good stuff. It smells good, tastes good. Mwah. Yeah, I don't use Photoshop at all. Fuck Photoshop.
Bueno, ya habéis entendido. Lápices los borra en tinta y luego es una mezcla de acuarelas, colorantes alimentarios. No sé qué es lo otro que ha dicho, aparte de acuarelas. ¿Cómo? Ah, y wash. Wash, o sea, aguadas, eso, acuarela. Sí, el pico de... I think all pics made with some special food coloring, right?
Oh, the food coloring went off once. It smelt like sulfur, like egg, like farts. My wife would come into my studio and say, "You have been farting in here." No, it's the food coloring, it's the food coloring.
Que se pudre muy fácil y huele regular. ¿Más preguntitas por ahí? ¿El caballero? Sí, has levantado la mano. Has levantado la mano, te he visto. Has levantado. No more questions? Okay, let's improvise
Venga,
a few
pues,
questions. No.
pregunto yo.
Venga.
Got things to say.
Why and when did you start making comics?
Why and when? I was 8 years old or so, 7 or 8 in Tasmania. I don't know. My father was a biker. My mother was a junkie. I had a lot of time alone. Yeah, comics are fun to make. It's very immersive, escape from reality. Yeah, I started making comics and self-publishing them, and much like Peter Pan, I've never grown up.
Que tenía 7, 8 años, que venía de una familia un poco regular, con un padre delincuente, una madre yonki, que empezó como una manera de escapar de la realidad y ya está, que es un Peter Pan que nunca ha podido crecer, sigue siendo un niño.
Eternal teenager. I'm 37. You'd never know from looking at me. So young looking, so young.
And when did you start drawing Meg and Friends?
I think 2008, I started doing Meg and Mog. I moved to London. I was working on a much longer Twin Peaks kind of teen drama graphic novel, and I realized it was shit, and I started doing Meg and Mog, and I fell in love with them, and other people seem to enjoy it, so I figure, well, I'll do Meg and Mog instead, and not waste my time on the other garbage.
Can you tell us the first 3 strips of Megan Mao?
The first one I think was the Kate Bush one, where Meg is dancing around in her underwear, and Mog is the voyeur. He's watching her dance and has the big giant boner. I think the one that was in Terry, the Fulgencio thing, where they put all the puns on the paper. Yeah, oh, fuck the other ones, I can't remember. It was 10 years ago, I can't be expected to remember that.
Bueno, pues resumiendo, que empezó, que estaba, él se tiró muchos años haciendo una especie de novela gráfica con un airecillo así a drama adolescente, Twin Peaks, que se llamaba Girl Mountain, que de repente se agobió. How many pages did you do over there?
It was going to be 1,000 pages. I got through 260 of them.
260 páginas que por ahí estarán, y entonces estaba en Londres pasando un tiempo, creo que descubrió unos álbumes infantiles, Megan Mogg, una bruja y un gato, y le hizo gracia hacer una parodia. Ahora está diciendo que la primera historieta era esa en la que está cantando el Wuthering Heights de Kate Bush, la chica bailando, y Mogg tiene esa gigantesca erección y tal y cual. Y otra que salió en Terry, que él mismo se avergüenza muchísimo porque hace muchas bromas sobre violaciones y todo esto, y no quiere que se publique en ningún otro sitio. Y eso, que empezó a sentirse muy bien. Estos días, añadiendo esto, él me decía que hablábamos de los Simpson y decíamos que parecía imposible que Homer no existiera, y él dice que él se siente igual con Meg, Mogg y Búho, que no puede creerse que no existan, que él los ve vivos. O sea que, you remember talking about this yesterday, about Meg and like being alive for you somehow? The characters, yeah,
Oh, yeah, of course they feel alive. They live in my brain. They fuck and make a mess in my brain. And it's very easy to put Meg and Mogg on paper. Just, it pours out of me. Just, ooh.
Que le sale solo, que es muy fácil, que no hay manera. Elizabeth?
Also, they are a kind of dysfunctional family, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. They're definitely a family. They're a friendship group. You know, like I had a horrible family, a bunch of like junkies and pedophiles. So, you know, horrible family. So, you know, you make your own family. You make your friendship group, and you select the people that you can stand to spend time with, and that's your family. But, you know, they also abuse each other all the time and treat each other like shit, like most families.
Que sí, que son una especie de familia disfuncional, que son un grupo de amigos, pero que sí, que tienen esa cercanía igual que una familia, que al mismo tiempo se tratan de puta pena, y se hacen pupa, como en la mayoría de las familias. ¿Qué? Tenemos por ahí.
Let's go to talk about the new book. It's almost 4,000 hours drawing the book.
I spent 3,764 hours working on El Mal Camino. I'm insane, so I count all the hours that I work and live in a very paranoid state at all times.
3.764 horas de trabajo haciendo el libro, que son las que pasó, ¿no? En alguna entrevista like there were like 20 days of just design, just making the narrative and penciling, right?
I think it was 2 months to write the book, 3 months to pencil it, 40 days to ink it, and then 7 months of insane colouring 16 hours a day. And I almost had a nervous breakdown on New Year's Eve.
Muchas cifras, pero eso. 2 meses de escribirlo, otro más de entintar, ¿no? No, de dibujar, luego entintar y rotular. Fue muy rápido, 40 días, creo que he dicho, o algo así. Y luego 7 meses de 16 horas al día de colorear, que casi le da un jamacuco. Y
Con el olor a huevo por ti.
sí, eso.
Yeah, it's what you've got to do if you want to get comics done. I mean, you can't sit around masturbating and just watching TV. You have to, like, get your hands dirty, get in there and pretend you're a robot, pretend you're not human, and just fucking work and work. That's the only way to fucking do it.
Nada, que no trabajéis mucho, no es necesario, no hace ninguna falta. Sí, que eso, que es la única manera. Es lo que hablábamos. Hablábamos mucho de los dibujantes que se quejan de, oh, tío, qué mal me va, no gana un duro y tal, pero luego no trabajan, no sacan su trabajo hecho y tal. Y a él le va bien, pero trabaja como una mula en esto.
They're very boring drawing comics. Very, very long, very solitude. It's soul destroying, but also beautiful and fun. You just racing to the end, just trying to get to the end for that rush. Ooh.
¿Que os parece que empecemos una sesión de firmas animadita y eso? ¿Hay alguna otra pregunta que alguien se ha guardado por ahí? ¿No? ¿No more questions? Ah, ya.
Le quería preguntar a ver si tiene alguna obra pensada. Es que no sé, lo hemos llegado a hacer no mucho y tal, y no sé si hay alguien me ha preguntado antes, pero si tiene quizá alguna, alguna obra.
Aparte de Megan Mogg, dices.
No, planeada para después de.
¿De este?
O sea, sí,
what's your next work? What's your plan? Which are your plans about Megan Mogg, not Megan Mogg, the books, whatever?
Yeah, many more Megan Moggs. El Mal Camino is like, it's the first book of a new series of Megan Mogg. It's changing things up. Buo is gone. Things are starting to get a bit more serious. They've been doing a lot of drugs and fucking around, and they're getting older. Like, the consequences are going to start slapping them in the face. There's other things I want to do, mostly like boring romantic fiction from the 1800s. But people would be like, ugh, what is this? We want the new Megan Mogg book. What is this? But I love Megan Mogg. Full steam ahead. The character's going to grow up with me. You'll be, plenty more coming down the pipe. Yeah, so much more Megan Mogg until you get sick of it and you'll be like, ugh.
Nada, que os vais a hartar de Megan Mogg y que tiene algunos planes con hacer cosas románticas en plan años 80, pero nadie las quiere ver. Esa es la historia.
Sí.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias. ¿Queréis hacer una maravillosa cosa? ¿Tú qué dices, Elizabeth? ¿Hay más cosas?
Yo lo que queráis.
You've got more questions right
Yeah,
here.
you got many more.
There's many more questions.
I'm journalist, sorry, it's my board.
Yeah, professional journalist.
Choose a couple of great ones. Come on.
Okay. I think this is the darkest book from the series.
Yes, it is the darkest Megan Mogg book, on purpose. I've been planning this for years to change things up, and the ramifications, the consequences of their lifestyle. You can't keep pumping your body full of drugs and Mountain Dew and Red Bull without feeling it. It's going to get if you think this book is dark, like the next book is going to be so fucking dark. Yeah, so it's still a lot of jokes, a lot of dick jokes still, but yeah, really dark. Once Werewolf Jones's father comes into the scene, it's going to get fucking nuts.
Nada, que este libro, le preguntaba a Elizabeth si no era el más oscuro de la saga y él dice que sí, que supone que sí. Yo creo que Melancolía, el anterior, es casi igual de jodido, pero que no hemos visto nada. Que una vez haga su aparición el padre de Werewolf Jones, las cosas se van a poner fatal. Va a ser horrible. and Werewolf Jones' wife too.
Yes, Susan. There's been a few mentions throughout the series of Werewolf Jones's wife, Susan. In the next book, Susan will arrive and get fucking ready.
But then there's Owl with his cute way of life and everything. He's gonna come back.
Yeah, I mean, Al is gone, but he will come back. He will miss them. He's trying to be a normal guy and, be a part of society and what he thinks you should be. But he's going to miss it. He's going to miss the drugs and the craziness. And he's in love with Meg, he'll be back. If you're a Buo fan and you're disappointed by his absence, he will be back. I've written this thing so far in advance. I know what happens to all the characters 20 years into their life. I think about it a lot.
Bueno, pues eso. ¿Qué era? Yeah, Susan Werewolf wants your wife and everything. And perdón, si lo estoy diciendo en inglés. Eso. Que vuelve Búho, simpatiquísimo, todo va a ir bien. No os preocupéis, todo va a ir bien. 20 años, tiene 20 años escritos de la vida de estos chicos. Y
all that shit.
We will see more flashbacks.
Yeah, I don't know. I did a flashback in the El Mal Camino, sort of to illustrate, where Meg started with her addiction and how bad her mother was, and to show how bad the mother has gotten. And the next book will explore that and the family dynamics. But yeah, I could do more flashbacks. I don't really like doing flashbacks. But I do have a lot of good, horrible anecdotes from my childhood, really horrible stuff, so I'd be doing a disservice to myself if I didn't do more flashbacks.
Que sí, que no le gusta realmente mucho hacer flashbacks, pero que tiene tantísimo material terrorífico de su infancia que sí, que tiene que hacerlo. O sea, que habrá más tema.
Yeah, it's fun to write about teenage stuff. Megan Mogg, it's approaching 30, but yeah, I've got a lot of good teenage stories. I need to tell these stories. That's what Girl Mountain was. It was all about my teenage years. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of material there that I could repurpose for Meg and Mog, and I probably will. Yeah.
But actually, they are like teenagers.
Who?
Meg and Mo.
No, Meg's like 29. Al turns 30 in one of these books. Yeah, no, they're like, you know, 30 somethings.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they,
Oh, in the flashback?
no.
Where?
¿Cómo se comportan?
Dice, she means how they behave. They behave like teenagers.
Oh yeah, they just act like children. I mean, you know, it's hard to grow up sometimes. You know, my grandmother, she was like 80, and she said she looked in the mirror and she just saw this young woman. She was like, well, she wanted to. She was like, who the fuck is this old woman in the mirror? Like, we don't grow up. You know, we age, but we you know, we're always the same. We always want to be young. Yeah, aging is a killer. I mean, it's just fucking horrible. Life is just so fucking horrible.
Nada, pues que sí, actúan como adolescentes, pero la vida está fenomenal, todo está muy bien. Yo creo que lo has entendido tú también, ¿no?
The horror of waking up every day, like, this again, like, fuck. I never get used to it. I'm just not used to being alive. It's fucking nuts.
¿Alguna pregunta más por ahí? Si no, pasamos ya.
Tenéis que hacer una arrimaos y ya está. Y así hay un poco... las colas son muy feas, venid en desorden. Let's make it, right?
What?
No order, like, they can come, just come.
Yeah, I'll talk to you all, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
if you got a little bit of English. My
No
Spanish
queues,
is
no
dog
queues.
shit, so, you know, if you
Yeah.
got a little bit of English, you can talk to me. I'll answer anything. I'm an open book.
Pues muchísimas gracias, etcétera, y venga ahí a las firmas.
Thank you for coming.